පසුගියදා ශ්‍රී ලංකාව තුළ සිදු වූ ඛේදවාචකයේ බිය තවමත් මැකී ගොස් නැහැ. මුළු රටම එකම මළගයක් කරමින් පසුගියදා සිදු වූ එම ත්‍රස්ත ප්‍රහාරය පිළිබඳව ලෝකවාසීන් සිය ශෝකය සහ ආදරය ලංකාවට පළ කිරීම සඳහා එක් රැස් වී සිටියා. මේ ඔබ දකින්නේ එම අවස්ථාවල දර්ශන කීපයකුයි.
ඇත්තටම ඔයාලා ඒ දැක්කේ අපි දැන් ඉන්නේ ඕස්ට්‍රේලියාවේ මෙල්බර්න් වල. ඉතින් මේ මෙල්බර්න් වල අපේ ලංකාවේ ඒ නැති වෙච්ච අපේ සහෝදර සහෝදරයන් වෙනුවෙන් ඒ ත්‍රස්ත ප්‍රහාරය හෙලා දැකලා ඒ වගේම ඒ නැති වෙච්ච සහෝදරයන් වෙනුවෙන් සහ සහෝදරියන් වෙනුවෙන් ඒ වගේම තුවාල වෙච්ච අය වෙනුවෙන් මුළු ලංකාවෙම මේ අපේ මෙල්බර්න් වල ඉන්න ඒ අපේ ලාංකිකයෝ එකතු වෙලා පාගමනක් යනවා චර්ච් එකට. ඉතින් ඒ චර්ච් එකෙන් පස්සේ මාස් එකක් තියෙනවා පූජාවක්. ඉතින් ඒ පූජාවත් එක්කම ඒ අයට සැනසීම දෙවියන් වහන්සේගේ ඒ ලැබෙනා වූ ස්වර්ගස්ත ඒ පිහිට අපිට ලබා ගන්නට තමයි ඒ අය වෙනුවෙන් ඒ ලබා ගැනීම වෙනුවෙන් තමයි මේ පාගමන ඇත්තටම සූදානම් කරලා තිබ්බේ.
After finishing the civil law, now my country is going to develop. We know that now what happened. We know it's affect our tourism, it's affect our education, it affects our family life. Now the situation, we can't go my country in this situation going.
छिमेकी राष्ट्रमा भएको दुःखद घटनाको विषयमा हामीलाई संवेदना व्यक्त गर्ने हृदय अनि यो अनुग्रह तपाईले दिनुभयो. हामी तपाईलाई धन्यवाद भन्दछौँ. हामी यति बेला प्रभु ती शोकित परिवारहरूलाई सम्झना गर्छौँ. तपाईको सान्त्वनाले हरेक परिवारलाई भरिदिनुहोस्. राष्ट्र शोकमा परेको छ अनि राष्ट्रमा तपाईको शान्तिलाई हामी बोल्दछौँ अनि हाम्रो छिमेकी राष्ट्रबाट तपाईँ प्रभुको महिमा हुन पर्छ. आगामी समयहरूमा तपाईको सुरक्षा तपाईँको मण्डलीको लागि बोल्दछौँ। विभिन्न राष्ट्रका मण्डलीहरूले तपाईँको अनुग्रहमा सुरक्षा प्राप्त गर्न सकुन् अनि तपाईँ प्रभुलाई महिमा दिने वातावरण सधैँ शान्तिप्रिय ढङ्गमा प्राप्त गर्न सकुन् हामी तपाईँसँग प्रार्थना गर्दछौँ। तपाईँले सृष्टिमा सबैभन्दा श्रेष्ठ मानव जीवनलाई रच्नु भएको हो। तपाईँले आफ्नै स्वरूपमा मानव जीवन बनाउनु भएको हो अनि हरेक मानव जीवनले तपाईँको स्वरूपको विषयमा बडो होशियार र प्रभु
Sandini and I talked last night when the news broke, and more than anything we wanted to create a space where the Sri Lankan community can come together and just be who we always have been. We've always been this cosmopolitan, rich, diverse nation of many heritages. We're Buddhist, we're Hindu, we're Muslim, we're Christian, and even Sikh and other faiths. We're Sinhalese, we are Tamil, we are Moorish, Burgher, and of mixed descent, and even African. And today is about providing a space away from the media noise and message of hate and division, and to bring us all together and remind ourselves, hey, this is what Sri Lanka is truly about. We've survived for 2,000 plus years by being who we are, by upholding our family values together, right? By upholding the values from our different religious, cultural and social traditions. So we're strong. So as expats of Sri Lankan community here in Aotearoa, Tamaki, Makoro, we want to send a message saying, especially to the perpetrators, you failed. Because we're here, and we're not going to go away. And more than anything, we want to take this moment to acknowledge the dead, our fathers, mothers, uncles, aunties, grandfathers, grandmothers, cousins, children, friends, neighbors, and people who we don't talk to. They lost their lives, 207 of them, and still counting. So first and foremost, in the glorious reign, we want to acknowledge the beautiful, glorious dead who passed away. And if you could with me, if you could observe 1 minute of silence, that'll be absolutely beautiful. After that 1 minute, I'll come back on the microphone and we'll say a few words. There are a few leaders from our communities gathered here today as well, and we want to thank you so much for being here in this beautiful occasion. It means the world to us from the wider Kiwi community. So it's why we have this sign, which was made only a few hours ago, literally on her apartment, on the floor. Kia kaha Sri Lanka, that's the message that we're sending here tonight, right? So if you could please observe 1 minute of silence to honor the dead. Thank you.
Like Jason said, thank you so much for everyone for coming out. It's raining, and there's not just Sri Lankan faces here. There's our fellow Kiwis here as well, to stand with us in solidarity for all our brothers and sisters and families back home, going through like very raw trauma. This kind of act can only be called an act of terror that is meant to divide us. And as Sri Lankans living outside of Sri Lanka, it is extremely difficult being out here and not being with our families right now. So I think it's really important as a community that we reach out to one another more than we ever have and maintain a sense of community and really extend our love, regardless of our faith, to everyone around us. Christchurch happened not so long ago, and we all came to a peace vigil in Aotea Square. And now, a month or so later, we're back here for another tragedy that happened in Sri Lanka. And I think all of us are feeling a very raw sense of grief and shock and have not yet processed what it is. But the one thing that they were trying to do, as Jason was saying, is divide us. And as a nation that has suffered a 30-year-long civil war, it is all our duty to make sure that we take care of each other and create a sense of unity between all of us, or else that very recent past can come back. So we need to feel the humanity within ourselves and within everyone around us, and only share words of love. So I would like to take this moment to extend the floor to one of our community leaders, ideally, and then we'll extend the floor to one of our police liaisons that has a message of peace and love to offer as well.
Thank you, Sam. We don't want to sort of keep this formally sort of going on for a while. I know it's quite uncomfortable over there as well. At this point, I would like to invite, preferably from the Sri Lankan community, if you know me, this is the last 22 years I've living in New Zealand for. If you know me, if you're friends with me, just come and share something. That'll be wonderful as well. And soon after that, I'm just going to pass on to the local authorities to say words about safety and the places that we're holding together as well. But I would really love to invite a community leader from the Sri Lankan community to come forward and say something to us. That would be beautiful. Thank you.
Good evening, friends. Thank you so much for gathering here today. First of all, our deepest condolences to the families who are affected with this tragedy. As Jason said a little while ago, just over a month ago, there was a tragedy in New Zealand, and the Prime Minister of New Zealand said that was the darkest day in New Zealand. And after 2 weeks, we are here again. It is one of the darkest days in Sri Lanka. Over 200 people have been killed, and over 400 people have been injured. This is not anything, the way that we see it is, this is not against any ethnic groups. This is international terrorism against humanity. And we need to, as communities, as countries, we need to get together and stand up for that, against that terrorism. Otherwise, we ourselves will be, as what has happened to our friends, families in Sri Lanka, any of us can be in this situation. So I'm just calling to everybody, let's get together and stand up against terrorism internationally. Thank you very much, and thank you for organizing this.
Jesse, would you like to come and share a few words with us? Right.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much, Jason, for this kind of activities. Actually, only one thing left by Sri. I need to tell about that. As a simple nation, we don't like this kind of cruel terrorism acts. We always hate this kind of terrorism as a nation. That's all what I want to say. Thank you very much, Lisa.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mark Clayton. I'm a senior sergeant with the Auckland City District Police. My main role here is looking after our youth and communities in Auckland City District. And just on behalf of the New Zealand Police, I just want to extend our condolences to those directly affected in Sri Lanka, and also our Sri Lankan whānau here who we know are hurting today. Okay, so our thoughts and our prayers and our araha are with you all. At the same time, I also wanted to say that we live in a safe country here. Okay, we've had some terrible events in the past 5 or 6 weeks, but the solidarity that has come out has been amazing. And although we are a safe country, we also need to be vigilant. Okay, right? We police with the assistance of you. So anything that you want to contact us about, anything you may find suspicious, anything you may have simple concerns about, doesn't matter how small it is, just let us know. Okay, we have teams working around the clock, looking into different things, and we can assist. Okay, but for now, from my whānau, the New Zealand Police whānau, to yours, much aroha, and our thoughts and prayers are with you.
Ayum Bowen, and yesterday when this thing happened, I only saw this news this morning. It was shocking, regardless of whether the incident happened in Christchurch or not. It was shocking, and it is wrong. I have many friends in Auckland who are from Sri Lanka, and all the more we need to stand together and be in harmony with each other. Like Sunny said, totally agree with you, Sunny, that regardless of whatever religion or race we come from, it is time that we actually stand up and be united and appreciate each other so that we truly can respect each other and live in harmony. That's the only way we can show these people who are wrong that we are not affected by them. Thank you.
Thank you both so much. Again, thank you for everyone who's here holding space. And I just want to get one really, really important thing out of the way first, especially for us in the Sri Lankan community. Social media, news media. I would love to please ask everyone to exercise caution with what you're sharing, what you're reading online. Okay, so there are so many things, half-baked, half-truths going around, and we do not want to feed these things by sharing them. Most importantly, just like we did when the terrible tragedy in Christchurch happened, please stop. Please do not share any graphic content. Please, any photos, any videos of people suffering. Please, let's have some respect for people who are going through pain and grief and not share this graphic content. We don't need to know what terrorism is capable of. We know it. I grew up in Sri Lanka in the late 80s, so I've been through one insurrection and one civil war. We know what it does. We know the worst possible aspects of human spirit. But moments like this is a chance for us to bring out the best. So rather than going on social media and getting into endless arguments and the likes, get on the phones saying, how are you doing today? How are you? Can we catch up for dinner? All right? If you haven't already done so, reach out to someone that you haven't spoken to in years. If you have differences in the community among ourselves, this is the moment to say, hey, how's your family doing over there? Are you hurt? Or is anyone that you know is hurt? let's do that. Let's do things differently, right? So again, just want to highlight that. Don't share any graphic content. Please be wary and cautious about news that you're hearing, right? Let the law and the course of law take its due course, and we'll wait for the official statements and investigations and things that's ongoing at the moment. We do not want to jump into conclusions before they are fully and officially verified, okay? So please, I would really appreciate that, okay? Okay, so at this point in time, I would like to... Sandini, where are you? Where are you? Okay. Sorry. Shall we open the floor for...
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
I just wanted to also just say one more thing. I guess in the coming days when we find out